Coming up on today's episode, good Monday morning to you all, YouTube. It is 9:40 now in the AM. I am here at the bench once more. I was hoping to have a nice surprise for everyone, but that did not work out. Bob and I spent a good bit of Saturday and Sunday working on my 3D printer, and you see before you on the bench there 3 examples of the prints that was made with it. Now this was before was made before we started working on it. This was an older one that I'd printed some time ago. You can see pretty much there's nothing. I mean, it's nothing. Okay, this is the one we did after. There was a setting there that had gotten changed some way, and we don't know exactly how. I don't know exactly how. I'm sure Bob doesn't. But anyway, it had gotten changed, and we changed that thinking maybe that would fix it, but this was the result of that. As you can see, it is not fixed. Now, once we did set that up and get that setting fixed, we did go back and do our calibration again, which is what we're trying to do. Basically, we hope to get this to where it would be outputting enough filament. These are examples of under extrusion, and that's what happens. You're not putting out enough filament to fill in the whatever you need to fill in. So now this is the last thing I printed. You can see it looks much better, but it is still twisty. It's not solid like the last one that I did print that was successful. So like I said, it is nowhere near. You can see the I think if you look close, you can see the lines and things in there. That's supposed to be solid, and this is even broke here. So like I said, it's better, no doubt about it. It's better than the other two, obviously, but it's still not there. And we have basically given up on it. Given up, or at least I have. Now Bob may still be thinking about it. I don't know. Bob's like that, but I have given up. I probably will try to find a new printer or something of that sort, because I don't see any future for this one. We worked on some possibilities of some things that it might be, and my way of excuse me, my way of thinking on this is that this thing started messing up, and nothing we have done to date has changed it all that much. Now, like I said, this is better, but it's still nowhere near correct. So like I said, it's just not. There's a problem we're overlooking somewhere, because it's either in firmware or the printer or something of that sort, to where basically it's just not working right, and it's not putting out enough filament. So again, like I said, it is better. This is, at least, and we did make a little progress, but not a lot, because this is unusable. Anything that you print that's unusable, well, it's not much progress. And again, that's just I can't hardly explain how much different that is than an actual regular good print. So like I said, that's neither here nor there. I'm not worried about it. I give up trying to think about it anymore. I was hesitant about doing this anyway, because I don't have any luck doing things like this, and I just, once something messes up for me, it generally is messed up. There's nothing I can do to fix it. So I know that's kind of a defeatist attitude, but that's just the way things work for me. And so anyway, on with the show, as they say, and we're going to forget about that for now and move on to something a little bit more positive. This is the, let me get some other junk out of the way here. Bob and I are going to be working on, I think, the Simple AM Plus later on today. Or he may be working on it right now for all I know. But in the meantime, I thought I'd go ahead and get this business out of the way here, and so we can see what we're doing. Now, this is the extension that I made or designed in Tinkercad. Bob printed these up for me and sent these up with the other parts that he sent the other day. And I think you can see, if we look down the line here, that is pretty much equal. Well, not equal, but pretty much the same as the other one there. If we measured here, that looks like it's almost 45 millimeters there. I don't know if you're seeing that or not. Oop. And the other one is not quite as much, but it's close. And like I said, it's going to be good enough. Now I see my camera battery is flashing, so let me change that, and we'll be back. Alright, I'm back again. I got my camera battery replaced. I didn't have that corrected when I was doing that. That is like 40, looks like 43, and this is at 44. So that, well, actually it's even less than that. It's right at the same amount. In other words, the this one's the same length as this one now, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So that will fix that problem for me, and I was happy about that. So that was one little solution that we did get to working, and again, very happy about that. So the other thing that I have been working on also, let me get this out of the way real quick. Like I said, the other problem I'm working on, or thing I'm working on, I should say, not a problem, is the BDST probe. There you can see the new tip I've installed on it. This is a T-pin. I think you can see that in there pretty well. Basically, there's a wire around the base of it right in front of the T part. It goes down through the board, and that board, or the T part, rests solid on the board, and that draws it down. The wire around it draws it down, and it's soldered on both sides there, you can see. So it is pretty solid in there, and I'm happy about that. The other end is connected directly to the cable that will come over to the this end here, and that will hook into the panel on the MFP. And once I get that done, I started work on this and then got sidetracked on the printer and some other things, and I have been working on it, trying to get this done, but seems like nothing I do goes right. So that's just a couple of things I'm working on. Again, the Simple AM is the other one. I want to work on it today, get that going, and it seemed like there was something else I wanted to show you, but I can't remember what it was. But anyway, that's where we're starting off this morning. I don't know where how I'm going to end up on this video for tomorrow, but I will bring you something, obviously. And so I guess I could show you what else that... Oh, I know what it was. This is the other item that Bob sent, the Probe ST boards, and I've been working on those as well. I have all of those in here, and I think you can see that maybe. All the stuff that he sent, you can see there's more of these extensions that Bob printed for me. That's a Bluetooth receiver board he sent. There's the Probe ST board, and there's the little pot that goes on there. We're trying to work this out because this is the wrong size pot. Not the wrong size, but the wrong dimensions, I guess is what you would say. And I have it set up to where I can use it with this. It's not the best fit in the world, but it does fit, as you can see. and that's how that's going to sit there. This will fit into the basically like this. There's holes here and here that we'll have little standoffs on, and that's how that's going to fit into that. So that's the way that's going to work. I want to try to get one of them together like it is. Obviously these are not the way it's going to end up being, but these are going to be good enough for a prototype, and that's what I'm trying to do, is get one prototype in operational, and we can go from there. So basically the pot will sit on that side, the components will sit on this side, and so that should work out rather fine, and I hope so. We will see about that. But the other stuff in here is the amp board that Bob sent. He sent 3 of those, I believe, and you can see there's what they look like. And that's the 20-watt mono amplifier. Again, you can combine 2 of them for a stereo if you like. It does have provisions there for balance, and so works pretty good. Obviously, if you use stereo, you would use dual potentiometers for the volume, bass, and treble, but other than that, it's really pretty much the same. So I would like to work on it too, but I can't. There's not enough hours in the day to do everything. So basically I'm doing what I can when I can. Like I said, we spent most of the weekend working on that printer, and really that kind of messed us up because it didn't get as far as I wanted to. I was hoping to get that fixed so I could go ahead and do some more prototype type printing and get on with that, but that's not going to work out. Once I determine what the situation is there, I'll know how I'm better gonna approach the situation. But it's looking like right now, if I don't see any other improvements or any other changes, I'm gonna have to find a new printer, I think. So Bob suggested, again, let me just go back to that briefly. He suggested putting a new nozzle on it. Well, I've had new nozzles on it. I put a whole new hot end on it. The first thing I did was try a new nozzle with the old hot end, and that didn't help. That didn't change anything. And then I replaced the whole hot end, thinking maybe some of that wood had gotten in there and clogged it up. That didn't change anything. Everything we have done to that printer has not changed it at all, except for this last print. And it's still not right. It's not enough material in there. And so I think we were on the right track, perhaps, about what we were doing. But Bob thinks there's a problem still with the delivery of the filament out of the hot end. And I'm not gonna buy another hot end for it. I can tell you that right now. I will be buying a new printer before I buy another hot end and do all that stuff again. So anyway. That's that. So let me get on with what I'm doing here today, and I'll bring you back and show you that as I do it, and then we'll have something to look at tomorrow in the video. So, all right, we'll be back. Good evening, YouTube. Here with you on the same day, Monday that is, 7:32 now in the PM. I am just hitting the camera there. You could tell. Been busily working on the simple AM Plus, as you can see there by the name right there. I have this board complete except for the audio jack, which I do not have, and 2 diodes, D1 and D2, actually D1, D2 there, and I got to put a current jumper across right there, I think it is, yeah, got to put a jumper across that, but that's all I've got to do, and I don't have the audio jack. I think this is a case of lost parts again. I came up with everything I needed except for that. So, also this pot's wrong. Apparently, Bob switched from a 2K pot to a 500 ohm pot sometime between revision 2 and 3, I think. Everything I've got, went by was said 2K, and that's what he had actually supplied me in this brown envelope here, along with the resistors I need. And but I noticed that 2 of them was missing. One here you can see is obviously not quarter watt, it's half watt, and this one here I provided myself. Those 2 were missing from that envelope, and apparently that is one that he sent for an earlier board, which I think was this one here. I think this is a revision 2 here. But I think that's what he sent that for, because obviously this board hadn't been populated. And I do have a populated version of it somewhere, if I can find it. I have robbed that part right there off of it to put on the new one, but other than that, and the capacitor. But other than that, this one was complete and actually did work. I did test on this one. So again, that was before he did the revision to 3, which I don't know how you can see it there. It says revision 3 down here in the corner. And that is that. So anyway, we are discussing via text what to do next. As far as the missing parts, I obviously can make it, you know, put a jumper in there and jumper in some audio. That's not a big deal. I don't think I have a 500K pot. Now, I probably could get away with the 2K pot. You know, it wouldn't be quite the same, but it would be close enough, I think, because that's just, I believe if I'm correct, that's just used as a rheostat. It's not an actual pot, so it's just an adjustable resistor. So that is where I'm at on that. Now, let me go on. This is going to be probably a short video. I don't know. It depends on how much I keep flapping my gums, I guess. Got a couple of things in the mail today. This is our parts for the BDST1, our probe caps that we had ordered off of eBay. They finally came in. So we have, I think these are a bag of 50 here. So those will be plentiful for the next go around with that. Also, in addition to that, I had ordered a power supply board kit, / kit I should say, to make a 30 volt, I think it's 2 milliamp to 3 amp current limited supply. Now here's the board that you get. I think this was $5 and something, very cheap on eBay. And Bob didn't think this was a very good one, but I went ahead and ordered this anyway because I don't have anything. And I really couldn't afford the one that he suggested and at the time. So I made one day, I've got a couple of, in fact I think I've got 3 24 volt transformers to use with a power supply like this. Plenty of current on each one of them. So there's all the bag of the only thing I really didn't get with it is a heat sink for this big old, I don't know if it's a regulator or a transistor, probably a transistor I guess, but anyway, I don't have a heatsink for that, but I can get one of those, no problem. There's another bag, and there's a bag with some caps in it. So all that is going to be put together here very soon, hopefully, because I would like to have a decent 0 to 30 volt power supply that's I can't talk tonight. I don't know what's wrong with me, but the one that is capable, that's the word I was looking for, of providing, like I said, current limited up to 3 amps. 3 amps is enough for most of the stuff that we're working with and playing with and things like that. The 30 watt, or I'm sorry, the 20 watt amplifier is one of them. It will need a power supply, and I like to, you know, before I build the one I've got for the transformer for, I wanted to go ahead and just test it out and see. I doubt that I'm going to get my prototype done before I actually build a board, because boards are here, and I think I have all the components to build them. There's no sense in carrying on with the prototype if I've already got the other board here. So I think I probably will go ahead and do that instead. So there you go. That's that. I had a little problem with Pirate Chip today. On their on their information or whatever, if you look up adding a second user to your account or something like that, and it says there's no problem. Well, apparently there is a problem. I tried to add Bob into our business account, which I kind of like to have him on there, and you know, in case he has to ship something. He didn't think he would do any shipping from his house, but in case he did, sometimes people have requests for a part or something like that that I don't have, and he would have to ship it from his house, and he needs, you know, access to our business account. So I tried to do that, and the people there at Pirate Ship were cute and all, trying to call me captain and all that stuff, but in the end they couldn't do it because he already had an account with Pirate Ship. And I told the guy that, I guess it was a guy, I don't know, but I told the person, I should say, that I have an account, a personal account as well, and he said that's okay, but it's not linked with this account. And the account is in our business name, bdelectronicskits.com or .gmail.com, or at gmail.com. But anyway, so, and I understand now that they explained that, you know, you can't have. So Bob was either had to delete his personal account and just, you know, use that email address, or he could use a different email address. I'm sure he has another one, and I did ask him. He said he did, but he couldn't remember all the details for it. So he would either have to do that or that, and then we got to talk, and I said, well, let's try this. Why don't you just log on with our normal, we have a normal password we use for business stuff when we use that address, and I said, just use that, see if that works for you. He did. It logged on just fine. Of course, we get a notice in our email that a new device has been used to log on to the account, which, you know, it tells you right there that if it's a problem, let them know, and if it's not, well, ignore it, I guess. That's what we did, ignored it. So apparently he can do that, and that's fine with us. I don't care, as long as he's able to get on and use this service, mainly for records. You guys know if you have a business, you have to keep records, because eventually there will come some tax time filing and things like that, and you have to have those records and expenses and things like that, and they need to all jive with the business account, and so that's what we're trying to do. So that's good. Anyway, got that done. Whew. I worked on this daggone board most of the morning. I got a lot of it done, and then I broke for lunch and didn't get back to it until a while ago. And that's when Bob and I were comparing notes and finding out, you know, this wasn't the parts I thought it was that he sent. And because I didn't have the audio jack and I didn't have those two resistors that went on the later revision. And so we have been kind of scrambling around to find out what to do to get that. Again, I can probably come up with a way of getting audio into the, that's not a big deal, getting that in there, but at the same time, if we develop this, and this turns out to be the final version, we're going to need more of these anyway, so I told him to send me a link to those so we can get some ordered, and that's that. So, like I said, the diodes, I have plenty of the 1N4148s. No problem there. And I probably have one of these in a 500 version because I came up with the one for the amplifier. It was a 5K I think, and I had one of those. I had bought a selection of trimmer capacitors some time ago to use with my breadboarding, and that was when I was pretty big into breadboarding and things like that. And I found them in the same container as the rest of the breadboard jumpers and things like that. So I thought, well, might as well use it for something. I mean, I'm not using it for breadboarding, obviously. So, but anyway, we'll get that taken care of, I'm sure. In fact, there are some there. I may have some in there. You never can tell. I want to keep this together because I know me, I'll lose it, and so I need to do that. So like I said, this probably will be an abbreviated version of my usual video. This is a schematic for the Simple AM Plus that I was working for. I thought this was the latest one, but it's not. This was a revision 2 something. because it's got part of the circuit on here. This is the meter circuit. I thought this was the one Bob had added. In fact, it is the one that Bob added to so you can tune the antenna to the transmitter. And you can see there it says 2K there for the pot. So that, like I said, that part was pretty much the same, except for, as you can see, this other version used the this type of audio jack, and I guess Bob decided he didn't like that for some reason or another. I don't know why, but I had bought a bunch of these, and so this is what I had on hand, and I thought that was the way we were doing it, but I guess we're not. So it is what it is. I'm not the creative genius here, you guys know that. I'm just the one who pays the bills and and puts a bug under Bob to do this or that and stuff like that, and tells him what I think is wrong with his designs. And I know I don't have to know, but there's a lot of times it helps to have a back and forth when you're in business with somebody and let them know how you feel about it, because if you don't, then that's just going to lead to more animosity in the end, and that's not a good thing anyway for anybody in business. So alright, enough of that crap. I gotta get off here and it's pudding time. I don't know if you guys watch Puddin's Fab Shop, but I think that kind of cracks me up. I like him. I watch Mortsky in the morning on Mondays, and then I watch Puddin in the evenings, and so that's my Monday video watching. Of course, there's other ones coming in there too sometimes, but like I said, that's the ones I always watch. Of course, Musty One on Sundays. And the Diesel Creek on Saturday, and watch Wes work. Of course, whenever Eric O, South Main Auto, puts up one, I'll watch that. And of course, you guys out there that watch me, I watch you. So, alright, that's going to do me. I know, here I am, and it's almost 15 minutes I've been talking. So, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.